Hello students, this is Shuprakash and today you will study the first lesson of your supplementary book, that is Vistas, and the name of the first lesson is The Third Level. It is written by Jack Finney, who was an American author or writer who mainly wrote sci-fi or thriller stories. The story which you are going to study is also a thriller one. It is about Grand Central Station at New York. It is a very big station having two levels. Everyone knows, so the authorities has proved that there are only two levels. The first level for urban areas and the second level for suburban areas. But Charlie, who is the protagonist of the story and he is of 31, knows that it has third level also because he has been there for a time. The story says that one day Charlie was in a hurry to reach his home to meet his wife Lisa, who was waiting for him at home. He thought that bus would take more time and thus he took subway to reach at Grand Central Station. He had done it so many times because he always had his way through that way only, and he knew also very well that the station had many underpasses and tunnels and corridors which can carry you at different places of the city, such as Times Square, Central Park, or Roosevelt Hotel. The protagonist says that it is like a big tree which is spreading its roots in various ways. He continued walking through the tunnel, which was slightly going left and slanting downward. He was going through that, and at a certain point the tunnel took sharp left, where he found that a corridor was there, and through which he entered and found such a new place which he had never seen earlier. The people who were there had different styles of wearing clothes. He noticed a man pulling out a gold chain, that is of a chain which was attached watch. He saw a person with a heavy mustache. He was wearing black derby hat and four-buttoned suit, which was of 18th century style. Women were also dressing in the same way. The women were dressed in leg of mutton and skirt, and she was wearing a high-buttoned shoes. The lights, which he noticed that they were flickering because these were the open flame of gas. The engine was very small. He was sure that he had reached to a different world, and almost he thought that it was 18th century or 19th. For his confirmation, he reached to a newspaper boy and he glanced at the newspaper. The name of the newspaper was The World, which is not publishing now. The newspaper was dated June 11, 1894. He had a firm desire of going Galesburg, which was a cool and pleasant place and where he always wanted to be. Hurriedly, he goes to the ticket counter and wants 2 tickets for Galesburg, one for himself and one for his wife Lucia. He showed the currency there and the clerks said that it was not the currency because currency at that time was old type and he had a new type currency. So the clerk warned him not to cheat him. Hurriedly he escaped from that place because he did not want to be jailed at that time, that is in 1894. He comes back to his home and he withdrew $300 from the bank and in exchange of $300 he got only $200 old type of currency, but he did not for it because the things were cheap at that time where he wanted to go. But he could not find the third level again and he told all about the event which took place at the Grand Central Station of third level. He told his secretary's friend about that, but his secretary's friend Sam said that it was just his imagination because he wanted to escape from that place because the present time is full of anxiety and he wanted to escape to remain in peace and pleasant way, and that's how he was daydreaming only. He said that he just escaped from the reality and reached there. There was no proof of existing the third level. After some days, his friend Sam escaped from that place, means he disappeared and he could never be found again. And after that, one day he was looking for his stamp collection of his grandfather. Stamp collection was a fashion of that time, of his grandfather's time, that whenever any stamp was published, what a person did, he just kept a blank paper in an envelope and posted it in his own address. So that became a proof of the starting of the date of the publishing the stamp. For his amazement, he found that there was a new envelope which dated 18 July 1894, and it was new for him because he had never seen that envelope. He opened that and found that it was not blank. Something was written on it. The letter was from the side of Sam to his grandfather's address at Galesburg, in which Sam said that the third level really existed and he must try to find out the third level because it really exists. After that, for the confirmation, he went to that old coin shop where he found that Sam bought $800 of old type of currency, and he escaped from the reality and he reached to that place where he always wished to be, that is the Galesburg. So that's how he came to know that it was not his imagination to reach at the third level. It actually existed, and he was not insane because he had now the proof about the third level. So students, this was all about the story, the third level. Hopefully you will have understood very well about the lesson.